are you feeling?
I feel great,
Yeah,
actually.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
I feel good.
And so you did your clarifications, value
Yes.
clarifications, and went over the top 5.
Yes, it was a good experience for me. It was different. It was different than usual. There were several things that were different, and the number one value that I put was self-respect. And I don't even know if self-respect has ever been in my top 5, let alone my number 1.
Really?
Yeah, and
Do you have any idea why that is?
I do have an idea, I think, why that is. I think that there's been a few things that have happened recently, and something that really came to my awareness when I visited with my family is that I have consistently, through my whole life probably, put other people first. And I have consistently almost not even considered myself in the equation. It was kind of sad in a way at the time that I realized it. I didn't realize how severe it actually was, but I was kind of glad that I realized it because I feel like it's never too late to change, and I feel like I can respect and value myself just as much as I have other people, and that's important. And I feel like when I do that, I'm a better person for other people as well.
By not putting yourself on the back burner so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I get stressed, I get resentful, I get overwhelmed, and out of alignment, I guess, out of sorts, and I can't be the best me possible.
For someone else.
Yeah,
For your family.
for myself or for someone else, either way, yeah.
You think it is so much of a fact that you put yourself on the back burner that you were neglecting yourself, or that you were putting others so much before you that you just didn't even think about yourself?
It's almost like I think that some people might not even think that I put them first. But in my mind and in my emotions, I was carrying concern about what other people think. And I was letting that concern dictate my actions. Instead of letting my own values dictate my actions, I was letting what I thought other people wanted me to do dictate my actions. And that's something that I had done for so long, literally since I was a child, that I didn't even know I was doing it.
There's so much of your part of your paradigm.
Yes. Yes.
So do you think sometimes you weren't even aware?
Not aware at all. Completely unaware. Totally unaware, yeah. And so, to me, I feel like it's a celebration. I used to moan and complain about my childhood and about all the things that I didn't get to have and all the cruel, mean things that people said and did. And I feel like I had this aha moment where I realized that I could be my own parent and I could give myself the things that weren't given to me now. I can give myself a voice. I can give myself an opinion. I can live by that if I want to. Nobody's stopping me from it. Only me.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. And it's the first time in my life I haven't felt guilty for saying that.
The very first time that you can
I would say
remember.
so, yeah. I don't know if I've ever said that in front of people and not felt the least twinge of guilt for it.
It's not a selfish thing.
No,
right?
it's not. It's really not.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you felt it came about this change, and how does it make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel jubilant. It makes me feel joyful. It makes me feel hopeful. It makes me feel like I count, like I matter. It makes me feel like I'm going to be able to do what I want to do with more joy and more passion and less dread and sense of responsibility. Because one of the things that kind of happened along the way that I really didn't notice is that, like, let's say, for example, I like being a teacher, or I like being a counselor to a certain degree. But because of all of the shoulds and all of the sense of responsibility and all of the caring about what people think, I started to lose joy doing things I actually enjoy doing.
Because you felt so obligated.
Yes, because it turned into an obligation instead of
Just really, really want
a sense of like, passion, like the passion had just gone completely. And so, I don't know, I'm just happy I feel like I got back in touch with myself. But I was lost for a little while, and now I'm like back again. Yes, now I remember why I wanted to do this, or why this is important to me. Because it's actually one of my values, in a sense, to be a helper. But it just has to be balanced.
Yeah. And is that on your top 5 also, service?
No, but the other ones I have on here are number 2, inner harmony. Because for the same reasoning, I feel like I need to be harmonious within myself before I can be harmonious with other people.
Being at peace with yourself.
Yes. And then I put family happiness.
That's 3rd.
Yes. Because I think that when I'm at peace with myself, that automatically contributes to family happiness. When I'm unhappy with myself, I bring my unhappiness to my family.
Sure.
Yeah. When I don't have self-respect and I'm only giving my family a say on who I am and what I should do, I'm angry at them.
Right.
I
You feel
quarrel with
resentful.
them. I resent them. I really do. When I'm in that mode. But when I just say, hey, I'm a person of this family and I deserve just as much time, energy, and attention and worth as anybody else, I don't care. You do what you do, I do what I do. Life goes on.
Right.
And then I have health and achievement. And to me, this one on achievement says a sense of accomplishment. And to me, that kind of goes along with what we were talking about earlier. Like, I think I could show up and be a teacher and be a counselor in many different capacities. I could be a teacher and I could be a really bad teacher. And I could still be a teacher. I could show up and I could just do a really poor job and I could go home. And I probably couldn't keep my job for a while. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, right?
Right.
But I don't feel good about that.
You don't feel fulfilled. Or
No.
feel like you've done anything helpful.
Right. Right.
It's because you showed up and you gave assignments.
It's not enough for me to just show up and get my paycheck. That doesn't. I don't feel fulfilled. So that's the way I see it going together with the helping. It's not just about helping to like look good or to just to exhaust myself or to do what you think I should do, but to really give something meaty, something substantive, something real. Meaningful, even if it seems small.
Sometimes it's the little things that really count too.
Yeah.
So all of these things put together, you feel like right now at this point in your life that it's a really healthy change for you where you are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And is there anything else on the list you felt like it was coming close to some of the other top 5 that you had, or that sounded similar?
Well, one of the things about this list that kind of surprised me is almost every time I've done this list, creativity and freedom have been really high up there, and it didn't even make it to my top 5. It was in my top 12, but I think the conclusion that I came to is that I can be more creative and have more freedom if I have inner peace and self-respect. And part of what binds me, part of what takes my freedom away is when I'm just displayed all over the place and not paying attention to myself. Part of what steals my creativity is when my mind is reeling around in stress and I can't even hear myself. I can't even hear myself think. How can you be creative if you can't even hear yourself
All
think?
the chatter going on.
Yeah, exactly. To me, the creativity comes from the silence. It comes from the quiet. And it's literally, if I could just be silent for even a few moments, it's amazing the ideas that come to me so quickly and so easily.
Yeah.
It would take me hours to figure out if I was stressed out.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.